Hey guys, it's me, 80 Sorts of Guys. I want to talk to you guys about the Serie A, guys. So I haven't really been doing this on my channel, and I really should be doing this, and that I should be discussing with all the leagues. So I will be doing periodically, maybe every 1 or 2 months. Every month I'll maybe give an update on every league and look at where each team is at. I'll also be doing the same for the World Cup qualifiers as well. So let's start with the Serie A, which, in my opinion, guys, I think it'll be the most interesting league this season. And let me explain why I think it'll be the most interesting league of the top 5 leagues. Okay. So let's start. Let's just get the two out of the way. Bundesliga and League One. Let's be real. We all know that Bayern and PSG will dominate those leagues. So obviously, I don't think it'll be that interesting. As for La Liga and the Premier League, let's start with La Liga. For me, guys, it's really a battle race. It's really a battle between the two Madrid clubs. I can't really see my team Barcelona being part of it. There's so much financial issues with Barcelona. There's so much on the field issues. Barcelona is just a complete mess. Okay. Sevilla, yeah, it's a nice story. Of course, the Cinderella story, the Disney Plus, but it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Sevilla, it's not realistic. In fact, they haven't been playing that well recently, Sevilla. So I can't see Sevilla doing it, unfortunately. So it's really between the two Madrid teams. So as I said, that's why I believe. And then moving on to the Premier League, as good as the Premier League is, the top 4, you got Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, they're all looking good. The thing I don't like about the Premier League is that the top 4 is so obvious. There's really no competition for the top 4. We know the top 4 will stay the same. There won't be any difference. That's what I don't like about it, is that unlike the Serie A, where we could see some changes. Like Juventus could drop out of the top 4, Atalanta could drop out, Roma could get in, Milan can get in, Napoli can get in, Lazio can get in. That's what I love about the Serie A. As a Serie A, for me, guys, we could potentially see not only a new champion, we could also see a new top 4 teams, And so that's what I love about it, is that it's not going to be the same as last season, whereas the other leagues, usually it is the same, And so that's why, for me, Serie A will be the most interesting. I also feel like the title race in Serie A is going to be a lot more open than it would in the Prem. I think more teams are competing for the title in Serie A than in the Premier League. So let's go ahead and look at the table right now. You can see right there, Napoli is currently top of the table with 21 points. Second we have right now is Milan. Third we have is Inter 17. Roma's with 4th with 15. 5th Fiorentina. You can go on and on. You can see with Juventus, even though they've had a very poor start to the season, they are slowly starting to climb back up. And so it's going to be really interesting. So the main focus of this video I want to mainly focus on is Napoli. That's the main focus for this video. Can Napoli win this Serie A? Because you look at the numbers right here, guys. They've registered 7 wins from 7 games, and they haven't even drawn a game. They've scored 18 goals. They've had the best defense of the league, 3 goals conceded, and it is incredible what they have done. Napoli, for me, it is an incredible job what they've been doing. And you look at the games they have played so far. You look at the games, for example, the first game they played against, I believe, was against Venezia, in which they won 2-0, and then they followed up with the big win away from home against Genoa, followed it up by a 2-1 win against Juventus, 2-1 against Juventus win at home in a game which they were trailing, actually. Then they drew against Leicester City after being 2-0 down. Then they won against Udinese, 4-0, Sampdoria, 4-0, Cagliari, 2-0, and Fiorentina, 2-1 away from home. So you can see that Napoli is being very consistent. Now, I know people will say Napoli haven't faced the Milan teams yet, and obviously I do think the Milan teams will eventually do push them. But you got to give a lot of credit to their manager here, their manager who has done a great job with Napoli. I think Napoli, for me, Spalletti, he's done a great job with this team, and I think, for me, he is a great manager for the team. And some other players I think that also really deserves a huge shout is, of course, Victor Osimhen. I think he's had a great season, great turn to the season. Lozano's actually been good. Dries Mertens, Kalidou Koulibaly, David Ospina, he's been a very good goalkeeper. Insigne as well. And so I really do think, guys, that this Napoli team, in my opinion, could actually win the Scudetto, guys. And I would love to see it, guys, because I believe the last time they won a Scudetto was with Diego Maradona. They haven't won a Scudetto in a very long time. You look at their table, or you look at their history. Let's just look at their records, honors, right? Serie A. Yeah, that last time they won it was 1989, 1990. Diego Maradona is the guy that helped them win. And so they haven't won the Serie A in a long time. And I just think that, for me, guys, they might have what it takes. And do I think they're the favorites? Probably not. I don't think they're going to win the Scudetto, if I'm being honest. I just think that for me, the other Milan teams have a better squads. But I would be nice to see, because as I said, guys, if Napoli wins the Serie A, that would be amazing. That would be incredible, guys. I would love to see it, And I just think that for me, guys, they have a very good shout. I just think that their formation 4-2-3-1 is really working. You can see that Lozano has done Fabian Ruiz, Koulibaly, Hamri, Lozano, Rui, and they have a lot of good depth on the bench. You have Meret, you have Dries Mertens, you have Manolos, you have some quality players on the bench, and I think Spalletti's done a great job with this team. Now, my concern with Napoli is this. I always feel is that there's always something wrong off the pitch. I always feel there's some external issues with the team. And we saw that very well with, I believe, who was it? I forgot the manager's name. Carlo Ancelotti was there. Remember when Ancelotti was there and they had some off-the-field issues, and they eventually went on to sack the coach even after winning 4-0, I believe, was it against, I forgot what the team name was. The Club Brugge, I think? No, it was Genk, the Champions League, And I just think that for me, guys, Napoli, for me, I don't know, man. I can't really trust them. And I look at it in a very similar position last season, in which they had to win that final match against Hellas Verona. And if they had won their final match, they would have not only secured Champions League, they would have actually eliminated Juventus. Juventus wouldn't have made Champions League. Juventus would have actually been in the Europa League. And where is it? Right here. Yep, they drew their final game at home against Hellas Verona. They even took the lead, and they somehow relented the lead. And so that's why I feel like it's very, very interesting to see how Napoli do here, because for me, that's the problem for them, is that they never it's just a team that's very hard to trust. And hopefully you see this led to Gattuso getting sacked. And I just think that for me, man, Napoli, I really hope they can do this. I would love to see them doing it. I would love to see Napoli or Roma win the Serie A. It would be very, very amazing. Looking at the other teams, I think Milan, for me, Inter Milan, I think is the favorites. I think Inter are probably going to be the favorites to win the Scudetto. I give them a very good chance. I think Inzaghi's done a great job with the team. You got Edin Dzeko at the helm. Lautaro Martinez has been really good. You also have Handanovic, who's a good goalkeeper. You have some other great players there. Another player that I think has been really good is Barella. I think he's been really good. Joaquin Carrera, Christian Eriksen, Alexis Sanchez, Chalanahu, Barella, Dumfries, And I just think for me, the Inter team, I would say they should win the Scudetto. I would say they are the favorites to win the Scudetto. Of course, they won the last season Scudetto anyway. So I would find it very interesting to see how they do, And so, yeah, for me, I just think they're the team to beat. Milan, on the other hand, I really like Milan. I think Milan is a great team. I think they've done incredibly well this season. Obviously Zlatan Ibrahimovic has been great. Magnan's been great. Kessi's been really good. He's been linked to Barcelona. Giroud. You got Theo Hernandez, Brahim Diaz, Florenzi, Bakayoko, Pellegrini, Rafael Leao. It's a really good team, guys. I really like this Milan team, and I think this Milan team would challenge. I just think that for me, the problem with Milan is that I think Pioli has this problem with the squad depth. I think that's going to be the biggest issue for them, is that making sure they can keep their players fit. I think if they keep their players fit, they can really push for a title challenge. As for Roma, I just don't really think Roma have what it takes. Of course, Jose Mourinho, it would be very, very amazing if he could do it, but I just don't think the Mourinho could do this with this Roma team. I just think this Roma team, man, they just don't have enough players. I just think the players that they have is nowhere near the level that the Milan teams have, and I just think for me it's going to be very difficult. Tammy Abraham, I know, has been really good for his new team. Mkhitaryan has been good. Rui Patricio has been good. So we'll see, And then, of course, Juventus, which I did actually predict Juventus to win the Scudetto. But remember, guys, I predicted with the knowledge that Cristiano Ronaldo would stay. Because had Ronaldo left, because it's obviously, actually, to be honest, if Ronaldo had left, I don't know, honestly, guys. Even if Ronaldo leaving, I don't know if I would have changed my prediction at the time. But, Juventus is still struggling under Allegri. Imagine Juventus actually win the Scudetto, guys. That would be insane. That would just be the biggest crazy. That might be one of the craziest league title wins ever. Like, that would be one of the best comebacks ever. Atalanta, Gasperini, yeah, I don't think Atalanta can do it. I just think Atalanta, man, they lost too many key players. Romero, who's they got? Golini as well. And I just think those two pieces for me are very critical for the team. And I think those two losses will be very, very much heartfelt. So that's it for the Scudetto, guys, the Serie A preview, guys. So I want you guys to comment down below. Which team do you guys think will win the Serie A, and as well as which teams could push a potential be a dark horse? Because my dark horse picks are Napoli and Roma. My favorite to win the Scudetto right now is Inter Milan. So that's it for today, guys. Make sure you guys check out me and my other platforms. Remember, guys, I will be doing the other leagues, and of course, I will be talking about the World Cup qualifiers probably sometime in the future, sometime soon. So, of course, make sure you guys check out all those videos, guys. And I do appreciate you guys supporting the videos. Make sure you guys comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.